.5 KBEM FM Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Jazz88.FM, a listener-supported service of Minneapolis Public Schools.
Ah, baby, that's us. I'm talking about this fella. I don't know who he's. Maybe you can figure out who he is. I'm gonna call his name sooner or later. This fella flew with flight time, rode with time I understand. Grew from child to manhood, called himself Jimmy Jam. Not a fireman or policeman or attorney at law. Not a man with a chisel or a hammer or a saw. Music was his life before most other things. Arranged, produced, and writes, sometime he even sings. They tell me he's back at flight time, rode with time I understand. Jet back city with a Grammy in his hand. Ride on! Ride on, 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 cool rider, you know you real gone. Started at the drag strip, Motorcycle Hill. He set a brand new record when he drove at Bonneville. Ride on, ride on, ride on, ride on, ride on, cool rider, you know you real gone. He went up in a jet plane, 100 miles out, and when that got back, you should have heard the people shout. Ride on, ride on. Rider, you know you real gone. He went up in a rocket ship, lots of smoke and dust, and went on the rocket ship to the moon or bust. Ride on, ride on, ride on, cool rider, you know you real gone. Ride on, ride on. Ride on, 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 cool rider, you know
It's Jazz88, the Jazz Impulse tonight. We're getting off to an amazing start. This is the Spring Pledge Drive, 612-668-1735. Be part of the Jazz Impulse family here. Jazz88.fm. Hit the big blue note. Hit the big blue button that says donate now. Cornbread Harris. This is amazing. Andrea Swenson is here with me.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Yeah. Something sounds weird with my headphones. Do your headphones sound? It's the Spring Pledge Drive. That's what's happening.
And live radio.
Live radio. 612-668-1735. And Andrea, it is just incredible to have you here today.
It's so good to be back in a radio booth and to be with you, Danny. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. I don't know if that we've done radio together before, but we have worked in circles. And I was thinking about it the first time I met you. I think I'd just gotten back from China, and you were the music editor. Were you editor at City Pages that time?
I was.
And so we kind of started working together. I started writing about music a lot more.
Yes.
Those were fun days.
Yeah, that was like 15 years ago already. Wow.
Gimme Noise, and the blog reviewing concerts and whatnot. And so was that maybe your first writing gig?
It was. Well, my first full-time gig. I was freelancing before that. But yeah, man, long live Gimme Noise. That was such a fun era. I probably went out to shows 4 or 5 nights a week,
City Pages,
just writing about everything. It was so cool.
And so you've really kind of that would you say like you kind of fell into writing at that time, or?
No, it was intentional.
Yeah, good, yeah.
It was a love, yeah.
I thought so. I mean, you had that photo of yourself writing. How old are you there at the computer?
Oh, yeah. I think I was about 4 or 5,
yeah. So it's a very prophetic photo. And Andrea Swenson's been a big part of the Twin Cities music community since then, and gotten into all sorts of projects, and so much coming up. We're going to talk a lot about that, and especially this track, Cornbread Harris, who is somewhat ubiquitous in the Twin Cities, I think. I was at Palmer's last Sunday. He's still doing the Palmer's gig every week.
Every Sunday at 5 o'clock, Church of Cornbread. It's amazing. He's going to be 97 this month, and that's one of many gigs he's still playing. He plays brunch at Ice House. He plays brunch at Hell's Kitchen. He's constantly showing up everywhere. It's really incredible.
He really is. I saw him at the State Fair last year. And so Andrea's got a book coming out about Cornbread Harris, and it's called Deeper Blues.
That's right.
Yeah. And give us a synopsis. I mean, this is an incredible subject, and I never knew all the details of Cornbread's life.
I didn't either. I knew that he, as you said, is this kind of omnipresent figure in the scene and has been playing for a long time. But, to really get into his life story, it was really impressive. I mean, he's been making music since World War II, first of all. He obviously has a famous offspring. Jimmy Jam is his son. Yeah. And in the course of working on this project, I had a front row seat to their reconciliation after 5 decades of estrangement from one another. I'd always heard that Jimmy Jam and his father, Cornbread, weren't necessarily on the best terms, and you kind of came along. And so in assembling the history of Cornbread, that's kind of how they reunited? Kind of, yeah. So I was kind of the person that put them in touch with each other, and that was what spurred the book. Is I realized that there was a story unfolding in front of me, and I started talking to both of them, and then eventually we started getting on Zoom, the three of us, and I would set up the Zoom for Cornbread, obviously. And
I was going to say
he wasn't logging on, but I would bring my stuff over to his house and get it all set up, and we started doing these calls with Jimmy, and we still do them to this day. It's been like almost 3 years now.
Yeah. Wow. So that's an incredible part of the story, and it kind of like wrote itself in that way.
Absolutely. And then, the real, high point for Cornbread and for Jimmy was that Jimmy came back to Minneapolis and played with his dad again on stage, which was a really moving evening. So that's written about in the book too.
Yeah, wow, it's almost like movie material.
I think so. Yeah.
just putting that out there.
Yeah.
Well, there's so much Minnesota music history that you've kind of been a part, observed and kind of helped kind of tell the story. It's a huge important part of what you do, and encapsulating all of these characters. It's really impressive. And obviously we're going to get to Prince too, because I know you got a Prince book coming out as well.
I do. Year of books.
A year of books. My gosh, I got to catch up with you. And so we'll talk a lot about that, and we're definitely going to get into some Prince. I thought maybe we could kind of do a little like rapid fire Prince trivia kind of maybe.
Ooh,
I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some. I got some questions. But 612-668-1735, jazz88.fm. There's a big blue donate now button that you can hit and help contribute to Jazz 88. And thank you so much for coming down and helping us with this. I know you got some public radio fundraising skills behind you.
Absolutely.
So this is a real treat to have Andrea here tonight and a part of what we do here at Jazz 88 and the Jazz Impulse. You're my first Pledge Drive guest, Andrea. I'm so honored.
Oh, what an honor.
It's very cool. And so this next record, and she brought a ton of music down. I have a ton of music. It's going to be a good show tonight. We're here every Saturday, 7 to 10 here on Jazz 88. And this next record, Augie Garcia Quintet. And was this Cornbread's maybe first recording?
It is, and it is kind of commonly referred to as the first rock 45 to come out of the state of Minnesota.
Wow.
Back in 1955, Augie Garcia was a Mexican-American, originally a traditional guitarist, and then got into rock and roll, and they ended up opening for Elvis Presley and had this great run as a rock band.
Oh, nice.
And Cornbread is singing lead on this song.
Cornbread singing lead on this, and so like how old was he then? Like 30 or something?
Still in his 20s, I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
20s.
fresh out of serving in the Army.
Oh man, yeah, it's amazing. And some of these stories, how do they come to him? Like, how does he? Can he recall a lot of these?
It depends on the week for sure, and his mood, and but I've found that playing music is like the magic opening. It's just like you can see the memories flooding back as soon as he listens to the records, and especially playing this record for him.
Yeah,
it just was like transported right back to 1955 and playing at the River Road Club with Augie, and it's really, really cool to watch that.
It's amazing. So thank you so much for bringing this in. Let's have a listen. We'll play some more music, and we'll come back again. 612-668-1735. The number. Call up and help support Jazz 88. Jazz88.fm. This is the Augie Garcia Quintet on the Jazz Impulse.
Well, I'm going to Chicago. Sorry that I can't take you. Well, I'm going to Chicago. Sorry that I can't take you. 'Cause there's nothing out there that a chick like you can do. When you see me going, hang your head and cry. When you see me going, hang your head and cry. When you see me coming, raise your window high. Well, hurry, hurry, baby, can't hold on much more. Hurry, hurry, baby, can't hold on much more. 'Cause every day I love you more than the day before.
my God, here you are, prettiest thing in life I've ever seen. Close my eyes, what's it like? What's it like inside your tambourine? Oh my God, there I go, falling in love with a face in a magazine. All alone by myself, me and I play my tambourine. Trouble in, trouble in. Unnecessary means. Choppily. Tambourine, tambourine. Jolly cars. Long days, lonely nights. So bad when I'm allowed to sleep. Guess that I'll stay home all alone and play my tambourine. Yeah.
Yeah, Jazz88, the Jazz Impulse, and the artist formerly known as Zulu. Correct?
Correct. Now Astro Black.
Astro Black. And I was saying I saw this guy at the Herbie Hancock concert the other night.
So, Mike, yeah.
Yeah. That's and he performs on his own too.
He does.
I did see a really cool set. He did some stuff with Robert Glasper at the Dakota. That was great. Fit. Yeah. So this record, Zulu, local group, and we play a lot of local music here on Jazz 88. 612-668-1735, jazz88.fm. And we are in the middle. We just started actually this weekend our pledge drive. It's going really great so far, and it's just getting hotter with Miss Andrea Swenson and her incredible record collection here tonight. Andrea, how you been? You've been great. You got a lot of projects coming up. We talked about the Cornbread Harris book.
Yes.
And another book. And I think this is, for some people who maybe aren't familiar with your work, you're kind of, I described you to a friend as somewhat of a Prince scholar.
Yeah.
Would you say?
I would say that's accurate. It's kind of taken over my life in an unexpected way.
Yeah. And we heard his song Tambourine there. I wanted to throw that in because I think of kind of the subcategories of a lot of Prince's music. And I would maybe consider myself a little of a Prince scholar to the degree where you can categorize and there's a whole mythology going on in his life. You got to be pretty close with him tell us that story, because I remember when you first kind of connected.
Yeah. Well, it was funny. It happened at the Dakota Jazz Club, appropriate that we're talking about here on the Jazz station.
That's where it all comes together.
And I had gone to the show that he was doing to cover it for The Current, and I wrote about it, and they weren't allowing any pictures, so I drew a little drawing of him and his band on stage.
Yeah, that was great.
And it was kind of a joke. I'm not an artist by any means, but he found it.
You are now.
Yes. Yeah. He found it interesting, and he asked for a copy of the drawing.
Yeah.
And he ended up using it as the cover art for like a bootleg recording from that show that he put out on his YouTube page.
Oh.
And that kind of started this relationship, I guess, of, back and forth, me hearing from his people. And then about a year later, he called me out to Paisley Park to meet with him, with Bobby Z. And I actually wrote about this for this Purple Rain book that's coming out.
Yeah. We should tell folks, and that's coming out next month.
It is. Yeah. So we're coming up on the 40th anniversary of Purple Rain, which is really wild. But my meeting with him happened to the day on the 30th anniversary of Purple Rain.
Yeah.
And I had done this big package for the radio station about the album and the film and interviewed a bunch of people, and it got, caught his attention.
Yeah.
And he called me and Bobby out there and basically dressed me down for focusing on the past when he was so active in the present.
Yeah.
And making so much new music.
And so what era would that have been? Like what year?
It was 2014, and he was getting ready to release a solo record called Artificial Age and his record with the band Third Eye Girl.
Yeah.
The all-women trio. Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So that was kind of toward the end of his recording career and whatnot.
Yes.
So those last years, how integrated was your friendship? Was it kind of just like a message here or there? Did you spend a lot more time with him at that point?
I only had one more chance to be in a room talking directly to him, but I certainly was out at Paisley Park all the time because his people would invite me out and make it very clear that Prince expected me to be there.
Really?
So I started going out there I went out there so much that I ran out of people who wanted to go with.
Yeah.
People were like, again,
you gotta
really?
make some more friends. Yeah. That's really incredible. And, people talk about Prince with a lot of reverence because I think there is something special about his body of work, and especially being from the Twin Cities like us, but it's on a whole nother level. And I think you go into that a lot with a lot of the stuff you've written about. Like I said, there's kind of a mythology in place with him as a character and as a creative person and part of the music community here. 612-668-1735, the number to call up and help support Jazz 88, jazz88.fm. Online, you can hit that big blue Donate Now button. And we're going to get into some more music. But before Prince, I'm going way back here in the previous set. We heard the Augie Garcia Quintet and the song Going to Chicago. And that featured Cornbread Harris, of whom Andrea also has a book coming out. So two just really important Twin Cities legends, very different stories, obviously. I want to know how or if and when did their paths ever cross? Did Cornbread mention anything about Prince, or as a young, yeah?
Funny you should ask.
Oh,
because,
is that a spoiler for the book?
No, I love this factoid, but you know, in the process of interviewing Cornbread, these little stories would just come out all of a sudden. And one day I learned that he was an extra in Graffiti Bridge, Prince's movie from 1990, which Jimmy Jam, his son, was also, Cornbread's son, was also in with the rest of the founding, lineup of the time. And Cornbread can be seen in the background of a couple of these scenes when everyone's out in the street. He played a bum in an alleyway in one of the scenes, and then in another one, he's walking arm in arm with a woman like behind. I think Ingrid is getting in the car with Morris Day or something. And so I love that because it's such a great encapsulation of how Cornbread is like this background figure in, what we call the Minneapolis sound. Yeah. And in many ways has been kind of taken for granted because he has had such a long career and has contributed so much. But, he literally taught Jimmy Jam how to play piano. Mm-hmm. He was active for decades before any of these guys ever picked up an instrument, and absolutely shaped the music scene that they came up in. So I just think that's such a great little story that he's literally behind Prince in this movie.
Yeah, I wrote that movie off. I think at the time it came out, it was not getting the best reviews. I watched it maybe a year ago for the first time. I think it's aged really well, actually. It's really campy. It is. And it's very much of the era, kind of like the Dick Tracy movie or something. It's kind of the way it looks, kind of the style of the movie. And that's something I love about Prince, is kind of the mythology he creates with these films and the songs and the different bands and projects. We could go on. We are going to go on a lot about Prince and celebrate his music and the Twin Cities music scene. That's what my guest Andrea Swenson has been all about for quite a while here. Very accomplished in that, and has told many great stories. Jazz88.fm. I guess we're online tonight. So hit up our website, hit the Donate Now button, help contribute to Jazz88. And this next song, another Twin Cities group. A little bit of history with them, Lewis Connection, and also the title of your first book. So I think maybe people that's kind of really where this all started, as far as maybe your interest in the music history, but also in the Black community and the music history that's kind of evolved through time without being told properly until some of these stories have kind of come out and been gathered. Tell us about your first book and what was your experience like in putting that together? It's a pretty incredible book.
Well, the impetus was what Secret Stash was doing, which you were involved in. So we're both doing that work.
It all comes together. Yes. So Secret Stash Records, we were reissuing some of this Twin Cities funk and soul stuff, and Lewis Connection was one of the groups. Tell us about that book.
Yeah, so I went to a rehearsal for the Secret Stash compilation and met all of these incredible musicians like Willie Walker and members of Prophets of Peace and the Valdons, and I could just see the electricity in the room of all of these guys being together and sharing their stories. And I was like, someone just needs to turn a recorder on and capture all of this. Yeah. So that was really my mission, was just to get the stories down on paper while these people were still with us. And I'm so thankful now that I was able to do that because, people like Willie Walker have passed on now. And just to have his, legacy imprinted in that way is so important. And it really became this larger story about why we don't know and regard these musicians in the same way that we do a lot of their white peers from the same era. Yeah. So, in telling that story, I got into, the discrimination that they faced just trying to play music and what it was like to try to run a club that had, Black musicians on stage, and how, the Twin Cities was built in, these kind of a pattern of segregation and racist housing practices and the highway system. And I really got into the social and political history in a way to try to understand how we got to where we are with our music community. So it became this really kind of enveloping project and fascinating in so many different ways. And I'm just so grateful that I got to share that with everybody.
Yeah, that came out. That was in 2017. Got to be something here. The rise of the Minneapolis sound, and yeah, there's so much in there that I don't know that would have been told otherwise. So thank you for that, and it really sets the tone for like your work in general, but also kind of like encouraging more stories to come out.
Yes. Yeah. And to, look for the voices that aren't being heard.
Yeah, that's amazing. Jazz88.fm. Hit the big blue donate now button. Tell them the Jazz Impulse sent you and be a part of Jazz 88 here. We're going to go into Lewis Connection. This was, his name is on the tip of my tongue.
Sonny T is singing. Thompson is singing lead here. Mm-hmm. And it was a band with
who was the keyboard player?
Pierre Lewis.
That's the
guy. So this track, actually, it came out on the Lewis Connection record, but it was The Family. Mm-hmm. Is the band that was actually recording here, and it does feature a young Prince on guitar and backing vocals.
Yeah, okay, so he was on, this is maybe his first recording
One of them, yeah, for sure.
It is the Lewis Connection, got to be something here, jazz88.fm. Hit the big blue donate now button. Thank you so much for being a part of Jazz 88.
She was so fine. She had so much to show me. She sent me high. She pulled me by my coat and she said, what you do when you they said. She said, what you doing this She said, what you doing this Get it together. Get it together. Yeah. I thought she would leave me. Oh, but I was wrong. Oh, she's so strong. I'm a man, and I treat her right. And I think she's out of sight. There has got to be something here for us. There has got to be something here for us. There has got to be something here for us. And I know it. Ooh.
on nice fish. Nice walleye. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Minnesota Gold right there.
This is the first restaurant in the world that strictly is decolonized menu. All right, let's try the soup.
Oh man, that's good. So earthy and mushroomy.
Where's the seals?
It looks like the ocean.
It's not that cold. It is that wet, though.
What will your Minnesota travel story be? Discover what makes Minnesota the star of the North at exploreminnesota.com.
Sponsored by Explore Minnesota Tourism, aired by the Minnesota Broadcasters Association and this station.
The BBC World Service is the world's largest international broadcaster.
World News.
World News.
This is the World News from the BBC.
And with journalists located all around the world, we can cover stories when they happen, wherever they happen.
Let's go to our Moscow correspondent.
This report from Zimbabwe.
Jonathan Head is in Bangkok.
Secunda Kamani joins us from Islamabad.
Global news you can trust from the BBC World Service.
At the top of each hour, weekdays, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. 5.
Show you some, yeah. I want to show you how to do it. And I want you to get your girl, get out on the floor. Do it to you, baby. Do it, do it, do it. Do it to it. Do it to the one you love the best. Let's do it to it. To the one you love the best. And I want you to get funky. My, sweat a little bit. Nah, get crazy. Right, your body now, sweat a little bit. Do it to it. Do it to the one you love the best. Back it on up, baby. Let me see you pearl away. Move it to the left, baby. Charge the well. Now I want you now. All right, come on. I want you to get funky. My sweat a little bit. Great God, come on and get sweaty. Greasy, baby. Nah, sweat a little bit. Nah, do it. Great God, come on and blush, eyeliner, hush, see what you made me do. Base, mascara, erase, I wanna look good for you.
Jazz88.fm. Online, hit the big blue donate now button. Become a part of our spring pledge drive here, supporting Jazz 88. That was Prince and Makeup. Now, Andrea, you might know, did Prince actually smoke cigarettes?
Ooh, what a good question.
There's some minutia for you.
I'm going to say no.
Maybe at the period of time he wrote the song, or he's kind of in character in this song, I suppose. It was a song for Vanity, right?
It was, yeah. That was on the Vanity 6 record. We didn't get to hear the Prince version until recently.
I know. That was pretty incredible when that Originals record came out. All the kind of demos or, what came first, the demo or the person he made the recording for? Did it start one way for, like, was he intentionally writing this for Vanity, or would he just make the songs and then give them to people?
From what I understand, it was just every day there was a song coming out of him, and then he would kind of decide where to put each one.
Yeah.
But I think once he got into like the Sign of the Times period and was doing like Camille and stuff, it was maybe a little bit more intentional. Like, this is going to be the Camille project. This is going to be Madhouse.
Yeah.
But in the early days, it was just this fountain of material.
Yeah. That's what's really interesting. And I think that's when I get into the idea that he was kind of creating these characters as part of his like a mythology with, kind of working with other people and collaborating, but kind of in control. One thing I wonder about Prince, and it's kind of sad. It's contemplative. It's not. It's I've seen an interview of Chaka Khan describing him as kind of a lonely person. Yeah, and in a creative mind like that, and real kind of delicate. There was a sensitivity there, unlike maybe most performers. I don't know. What do you think about that?
I've thought about that a lot. The last time I saw him perform was just 3 months before he died. He did the piano and a microphone show at Paisley Park, and he sang Joni Mitchell's A Case of You, and there's that line, I'm a lonely painter living in a box of paints. And I thought, wow, what a powerful statement about his life at that time. He was living alone in this 10,000 square foot huge Paisley Park and padding around and recording songs, and that's the sacrifice that he made to commit his life entirely to music. He knew he had to basically be available 24/7 because his muse was telling him to create all the time. Yeah,
and I often think there was a little bit of how do you maybe call it like a Napoleon complex, becoming bigger than you are, maybe having a difficult time growing up and being who he was, kind of feeding into that sort of drive to overcome certain aspects of who you are, and that's a kind of a lonely place to be. I can relate in a very small way as a DJ, being alone, but knowing you're kind of emanating amongst a lot of people who are overjoyed and then kind of maybe want a lot from you in that process. So the relationship you had was pretty impressive because he trusted you.
Yeah, it's surreal still to this day, even though so much time has passed. It's I think he really appreciated, I think he really loved his fans, and I think he really loved Minnesota, and he appreciated anyone that was paying attention to what he was doing, late in life, that he was still making so much new music, and that he had so much to say, and so many young people that he was inspired by. I mean, his band Third Eye Girl were all like in their 20s and 30s. They were just up and coming people that he found on YouTube and wanted to play with. So, I think somehow I ended up folded into all of that, energy that he had going on.
Yeah, the Purple Party. Okay, what's your favorite Prince song?
Oof. Well, it's always been Beautiful Ones, but then, when I do this podcast for the Sony and Warner, who reissue his music and put out these super deluxe editions and everything. And so I'll spend, 6 months on a season and really get into that era of music. So then I always have like some other favorite song just because I'm obsessing over it. Yeah. It's really hard to, have like a constant one, but I always return to Beautiful Ones because I just love the way he performs in that song.
Yeah, and there are a lot of really great performances of that song. Okay, here's another one. What's your favorite Prince like live concert video on YouTube?
Ooh. Honestly, it's like a pretty mellow one, but I really love his performance of Reflection with Wendy Melvoin.
Oh.
And they're just both playing acoustic guitars. They got back together, I think it was in like 2006. He was on the Tavis Smiley show.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a track from Musicology. And it's like a pretty nostalgic, reflective, I mean, it's called Reflection, but he's thinking about being a kid and growing up and having an afro and coming up in North Minneapolis. And there's just something really sweet and tender about it. And I think he had such a unique way of communing with Wendy Melvoin.
Yeah.
And to see the two of them together, I've probably watched that video like 50 times.
I really love the one. It's like it's in a like theater, and it's just him on a stool, and he's playing like some of his favorite music. I think during the Musicology tour, I think there was a section of his live show, but this seems to be like just an intimate show where he's playing Chaka and Rufus, and he's playing
That's right. I think there's a Cream performance.
Yeah,
in that
Cream.
set, and
Cream's great. And he's like, I wrote that song while I was looking in the mirror.
Yes.
I'm not kidding.
He did too.
Yeah. Jackie Harris, before that, we did Get Funky Sweet.
Sweat a little
bit. Sometimes I can't read my handwriting. Jazz88.fm online to be a part of our spring pledge drive and contribute to Jazz 88. We started that set off with Lewis Connection and Got to Be Something Here. The title of my guest, Andrea Swenson's first book, it's a good one. If you want to catch up on the Twin Cities music R&B history, starting in the early 60s?
50s, actually.
In the 50s.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I do feel like the R&B scene evolved very similarly in the way maybe punk rock kind of started. They were putting on their own shows out of necessity, and renting their own spaces, and probably putting out their own records and all that.
Absolutely.
And I really feel Prince himself is kind of the cross section of kind of being from the punk rock era, but definitely R&B and rock and roll, and it's such a great, cool mix that I think we're reflecting on with a lot of the music you brought in here today. And I think we're going to take would you call this a right turn or a left turn?
Ooh, maybe a U-turn. I don't know.
A U-turn. But tell me about Bobby Lyle. Honestly, I've only kind of gotten hip to him recently, but he's another kind of Twin Cities legend.
Yeah, I would say he's definitely kind of a founding father here of the funk and soul scene, and definitely a mentor to all the guys in Prince's generation. I've heard many stories about Bobby Lyle coming into the Way Community Center where they all hung out, and he would lead classes and jams and teach people, different things on their instruments. And it was just really a guiding light for a lot of those guys. And at the time, he was already, very successful touring around and releasing records, and to have someone of that stature come home and work with these, young kids that were coming of age in this community center, it had such a huge impact. And people like Sonny Thompson and Andre Simone and Morris Day will still to this day talk about how special that was.
Yeah, and I feel like, especially Jazz 88 being a part of the Minneapolis public school system, we're just so privileged to be a part of that, and educating, entertaining. It's a real joy to be able to do this for people, and we're really thankful for all the support we've gotten so far. We're just in the kind of beginning stage, the first weekend here of the Jazz 88 Spring Pledge Drive. Jazz88.fm. Hit that big blue Donate Now button, and we're going to hear The Genie from Bobby Lyle. What year was this record?
Ooh,
do we know?
I want to say 77.
77.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you got a promo copy. But we're going to hear The Genie. We'll get back to some more music, and we'll talk more to Andrea Swenson, my guest here tonight on the Jazz Impulse on Jazz 88, jazz88.fm.
was doing bad, so bad I didn't think I was gonna make it. Now I'm alone, feeling free, freer than the butterfly, flying high now, yeah, yeah, baby. I don't claim no riches or any miracles, but I'm doing better on my own. So if you see me walk on by, girl, don't say nothing. Walk on by, girl, do yourself a favor, yeah, yeah. And walk on by, girl, don't say nothing. Walk on by, yeah, 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 yeah. You didn't even try to understand just where I was coming from. Oh no, baby. Instead of understanding, you gave me your demanding, and I couldn't stand it. Oh no, baby. But now it's much too late, and there's no time for me to try that anymore. Oh no, baby. I don't feel no pain, it doesn't hurt inside, and I'm doing better on my own. So if you see me walk on by, girl, don't say nothing. Walk on by, girl, do yourself a favor, yeah, yeah. And walk on by, girl, don't say nothing. Walk on by, yeah, 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 yeah. Anymore. Oh no, baby. I don't feel no pain, it doesn't hurt inside, and I'm doing better on my own. So if you see me walk on by, girl, don't say nothing. Walk on by, girl, do yourself a favor, yeah, yeah. You walk on by, girl.
It's Jazz88 and the Jazz Impulse. We're listening to 94 East. If you see me, Jazz88.fm is where you go, hit the big blue Donate Now button, become a part of Jazz88 and our spring pledge drive, member drive. We're all a part of a big musical family here at Jazz88. We're playing a lot of local music. I have my guest, Andrea Swenson, here, and we've been talking about just everything old school Minneapolis, R&B, jazz. It's a real treat to have her here with us here today and help support Jazz88. And you are listening to 88.5 KBEM FM, Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Jazz88.fm. We are a listener-supported service of Minneapolis Public Schools. Looking at some weather here, expect a low tonight in the upper 30s, some late night rain tomorrow. 100% chance of rain, Andrea. Did you have outdoor plans at all?
Not anymore.
But it's going to be in the mid 40s tomorrow. I know it's Kids Day at the Twins game. I was at the Twins game today, and they were hyping. That'd be kind of messy tomorrow.
Poor kids.
The poor kids. But we're celebrating Minnesota music here tonight, and definitely a part of the local music scene. Jazz88 has been covering all the music in the Twin Cities for so long, as has our guest here, Andrea Swenson. We heard some Bobby Lyle in there before that, and I think that's where we started, didn't we? That is correct. Actually, yeah. So here we are. I thought there was more to talk about in that set. Jazz88.fm and be a part of Jazz88. Hit that big blue donate now button. And this next record, near and dear to our hearts here at Jazz88, and a fresh copy even. I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah, it turns out I hadn't even opened this one yet since acquiring it. Jeannie Arlen Peterson, a matriarch of Minnesota jazz and mother to some incredible musicians, including Jazz88's own Patty Peterson and St. Paul Peterson and Ricky and Billy and Linda, an incredibly talented musical family. And Jeannie has a long, long history here in the Twin Cities, so I just had to bring in this record so that we could sample it.
And I don't think I've ever seen that record. What do we know about this one?
Well, it doesn't have a year on it, but I would say, what does this look like? 70s?
Yeah, I love the watercolor.
Yeah, it's a beautiful record. It's a self-titled release from her, recorded at Sound 80, which is pretty cool. Very historic studio that used to be in South Minneapolis. And it looks like some of these tracks were actually written by her and her husband, including one called Minnesota My Home. So I'm very, very intrigued by that one. But it looks like there's some really, really great material on here.
Yeah, let's have a listen to that. We'll play some more music, come back and talk about it. And you are going to jump online. Jazz88.fm is where you can contribute to this spring pledge drive.
It has the beauty of spring for flowers to grow and autumn leaves for a color show. Then winter snow with its calm and quiet. Then summer's fun. You really should try it. A quiet lake and pine-scented air, frosty window panes, a fire to share, the friendly people who all seem to care. Yes, Minnesota's my home, a drive to the North Shore, along the bay, a trip to the Met to see the Twins play. There's boating and fishing out Tonga Way. Yes, Minnesota's my home. It has the beauty of spring for flowers to grow and autumn leaves for a color show. Comes winter snow with its calm and quiet. Then summer's fun. You really should try it. The lakes as blue as the sky. The change of seasons as years go by, to dream by the fire as embers die. Yes, Minnesota's my home. Minnesota's my home.
A wide spectrum of businesses and organizations join together to support our mission of jazz and education in the Jazz 88 Business Circle. Our members include the Art Shop at Midtown Global Market, our Mark Fry Law Firm, the Jasmine Orchestra, Walker West Music Academy, and the American Swedish Institute. Learn how you can join the circle and reach our discerning audience at Jazz88.fm.
It's the Jazz 88 live music calendar for Saturday with shows at 5 and 8 p.m. Don't miss Martin Zeller, Crooners, Minneapolis. And at 7 p.m., Linda Pearl, Crooners, Minneapolis. 9 p.m., Shang Wang Trio, Volsteads, Minneapolis. And at 7 p.m., Hot Club at the Hook with the Red Hot Django Peppers, Mississippi Hot Club, and Gypsy Mania. Hook and Ladder Theater, Minneapolis. Find more on the live music calendar at Jazz88.fm.
Celebrate our Minnesota jazz legends. This year, we honor Brian Grivna, Mikkel Romstead, Dr. Henry Blackburn, and the late Roberta Davis. The concert is supported by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. April 14th at 2 at Minnesota History Center. Tickets at mnhs.org.
Even though I miss you, I'ma be right there real soon. At the end of this line, I know I'll be free. We will be eternally Let me tell you all about this brother. Just if you don't understand, I'll never find quite another. Bottom line, he's a hell of a man. All my heart takes him seriously. Long-term possibility. I'm daydreaming about being his missus. I love the king that he is. I'm gonna stand by you. I'm gonna be beside you. And I'm gonna love you. 'Cause I'm gonna be with you. I'ma be right there. Oh, baby, I'ma be right there. I'ma be right there. Ooh, baby, I'ma be right there. Listen, now you and me, we got an understanding, boy. Ooh, you know, ooh, yeah. Boy, you're so good to me. Why? To repay you, I will never know how. Yeah, right there. Yeah, I'm gonna be right there. I'll be right there. Yeah, oh, right there. I am gonna be right there. I'll be right there. Yeah, I'll be right there. Hey, now get it straight. Now first things first. I love that man for all he's worth. Not concerned about material. Just looking for what's in his soul. Predominantly drama free. Keeps cool under pressure, you see. You know he's tough and he'll tell you in a minute. Oh Lord, he is the man for me now, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna be beside you, baby. 'Cause I'm gonna be with you. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Right there. Oh, I'm gonna be right there, baby. Oh, right there. Now you and me,
Jazz88. Jazz88.fm. Become a part of the spring pledge drive here at Jazz88. And that was the Bad Plus. Now, Andrea, are you sure that was the Beautiful Ones? I think I heard it at the end there a little bit.
I'm sure.
Yeah. That was the Bad Plots doing. I never heard that before. That was cool and very famous kind of for doing covers of songs and really recontextualizing them and in different, playing them in, it's hard to explain what they do.
Taking it to outer space.
Outer space and back. And I know that some of the music they would play, not all members were even familiar with some of the originals. So that's cool to visit that and tie together. Kind of our mission here tonight has been Andrea Swenson's career and involvement in the local music scene, truly passionate about it. Still, after how many years would you say you've been covering either in writing or on the radio? so the local music scene here in Minneapolis?
I'm coming up on 20 years.
Wow.
Which is pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, considering I'm still 25, you know.
Yeah, I was going to
how'd that
say
work?
you started early. They got you going. We've mentioned a lot of the books that you have coming out. Maybe let's do a little repeat, like a review of that. I know that Prince Purple Rain 40 years. Is that what that one's called?
Yep. Yeah, that's coming out at the end of May in time for the big 40th anniversary of Purple Rain in June. And there's going to be some events here in town around that whole celebration of that milestone. And I've got some events I'll be announcing soon for that. And then the Cornbread Harris biography called Deeper Blues comes out in August. And we're going to have a big celebration on August 16th. So save the date.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And we do have to have you come back here and feature those books and get cornbread in here. I mean, How cool would that be? And just thank you so much for what you do with the local music scene. We heard Paviel in there before that. That was another suggestion from Andrea. We love her. And started off with Jean Arlen Peterson, Minnesota, My Home. A great way to wrap up the set there here on Jazz 88. Jazz88.fm. We are just kicking off our spring member drive here this weekend and having special guests. And Andrea Swenson's been so sweet to come in here tonight on the Jazz Impulse and play all this really great Minnesota music. And I think we're going to keep going with a little bit of that. But thanks for coming in tonight. You know, I was hoping we would have a little happy cry session. Is it too late, do you think?
Well, Danny,
Maybe
I just have
next
to
time.
say thank you to you for all that you do for music. And here at Jazz 88, it's such an important station. And if, you know, Danny hasn't already inspired you to become a member and to donate and to toss a little support their way, I mean, what a great service that they provide to the community to introduce people to both, you know, the classic jazz music. And then as you do, taking people on this journey through, you know, all the music that's been inspired by the jazz art form. And I just really appreciate you and appreciate you inviting me to be back on the airwaves. It feels good.
Oh, we did get really we got a happy cry in. Thank you so much. We will definitely have you back, and I'm so congratulations on everything you got going on. The what was it 5-month-old? 7-month-old?
I have a 7-month-old named Channy and also 5-year-old named Eiley who are listening to us tonight.
Hey, y'all.
Thanks for listening, girls, and now go to bed and be good for your dad.
And so what is it like with the family and the girls and the music that you kind of have played for that? Have they gone to some concerts or have they experienced? Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah, Eiley has seen Kiss the Tiger a few times.
Okay.
She loves them.
I thought you were going to say Kiss.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And we took her down to First Avenue they do these dance parties during the daytime for kids. And she went, of course, we had to go to the Prince one.
Yeah.
And they were covering all the, you know, Prince classics. And when they played Let's Go Crazy, she said, hey, this is that song from Sing 2.
Oh, is it?
It is,
Oh, wow. Yeah, I love that. And, a thing I'm always really interested is kind of the recontextualization of a lot of this music. What do you feel about, how are you feeling about the Prince or the Purple Rain theatrical show that's little ways off, I think, maybe next year?
Yeah, kind of too soon to tell, but I do appreciate that they're going to be launching it in Minneapolis. That feels good. It's going to be, you know, the Hennepin Theater Trust is welcoming them in for the kind of opening staging of it, just blocks from First Avenue. So I think that's really a good sign. But beyond that, you know, who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, can you get me a role in that, do you think? I mean, who should
do you
I
want
play?
to play?
I want to play the guy at First Avenue that introduces the band, the DJ.
Oh, you would be perfect
right?
for that.
I can grow my hair long.
Ladies and gentlemen, the revolution.
Absolutely. That's so cool. And anything else you want to plug? AndreaSwenson.com. Is that the website?
I do have a website. Yeah, you don't have to go there. It's okay. I would prefer you went to jazz88.fm and donated because that's what we're doing tonight.
That is true.
Yeah.
But you can follow Andrea on the socials and whatnot and keep up with what she's got going on. And such a great part of the Minnesota music scene, and so happy and honored to have her here tonight. Jazz88.fm. Hit the big blue donate now button. And Andrea, I think we're going to leave. This has been my favorite Prince song of late.
Ooh.
You know, do you, like you say, you kind of go through phases and you pick out different stuff. I think this song, more than anything, expresses Prince's concept of love. And his, there's a happy cry. Are we getting there? I just think this is a masterpiece. And I know that 3121 did the rounds, but I don't know, people tend to go back. Like you said, Prince was maybe a little upset. People talk about the older music, but he was always very current and always making new music.
Yeah.
And I forget when 3121 came out.
2006.
2006. There you go. The Prince Encyclopedia has been with us here tonight. We're going to go into that and much more of the Jazz Impulse. We have Phil Nussbaum checking in just a moment. And again, Jazz88.fm. Be a supporter of Jazz88 and the local music scene. Thank you, Andrea. Have a great rest of the weekend. Say hi to Semisonic for us tonight.
I will. Thank you, Danny.
You bet.
The Jazz Impulse presents music that's lighting up stages around town, live in studio and in the clubs, guest DJ sets, and special guests. With Twin Cities this week, it's the Jazz Impulse with your host Danny Sigelman tonight on Jazz 88.
I think it's a great idea because it stretches different generations of players. Our band, Gypsy Mania Hot Club Quartet, has been around a little longer. We're a little bit older, and we have these young guys in the Mississippi Hot Club and the Red Hot Django Peppers. We all have a love for this music of Django Reinhardt and Stefan Grappelli. We'll call it Jazz Manouche. And so it's fun to celebrate three different bands under the same inspiration at the Hook and Ladder.
To every band in this style, the name Django Reinhardt looms large. And it's great to see even the young bands coming up playing the older Django compositions. And that's certainly true of the Mississippi Hot Club.
They do a lot of the Django standards. One piece that they sent me is a piece called Micro, which is very well executed, and I'm impressed with their presentation and recording of it.
To me, it sounded like the violin player and the guitar player had some intricate stuff worked out perfectly.
Yes, it's a very tight melody, and the rhythms are very tight, and that's hard to do in that kind of music. And so kudos to them for playing that.
All right, let's hear a little bit of the melodic statement at the beginning of Micro by the Mississippi Hot Club, and then we'll let it play into the violin and guitar solos. A little bit of Micro by the Mississippi Hot Club, and we're speaking with Glenn Helgeson, who helped create a 3-band event at the Hook and Ladder in Minneapolis. 3 Hot Club bands, Friday, April 6th from 7 till midnight. Another one of the groups to play is the Red Hot Django Peppers, and their version of Dark Eyes. What do you love about this version, Glenn?
I love the Spanish, almost flamenco influence that they put on this piece. It's a Russian folk song, but just because it's in minor and some of the chords, it's I like what Ryan does and the rest of the band does with the harmony, the intro especially, and to me it almost sounds like a flamenco piece before it starts off as Dark Eyes. So they have a nice twist on that.
Let's play a portion where we can catch the tempo change. we're speaking with Glenn Helgeson, one of the curators of Hot Club at the Hook, April 6th at the Hook and Ladder in Minneapolis. Your group is called Gypsy Mania. You're the composer of Curious Wanderer. How did this come to be written?
I was watching a movie called Everything is Illuminated, which is about a woman, a daughter going to Eastern Europe to see where her father had died in World War II. And in this movie, they had a lot of really neat Eastern European folk music kind of in the background. And there was this one piece that was in 5/4, and it was this acoustic guitar playing da 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 da, and the violin played a simple melody. And I thought, now that would be a neat rhythm to write a piece of music to. So I changed the key, up the tempo, and wrote my own melody, almost out of the harmonic minor mode of chord changes and melody, and it turned out really well. I'm proud of it.
Glenn Helgeson's composition, Curious Wanderer, and that was the group he's part of, Gypsy Mania. The Mississippi Hot Club and the Red Hot Django Peppers joined Gypsy Mania for an evening of hot club jazz at the Hook and Ladder in Minneapolis, Saturday night, April 6th, from 7 till midnight. For information, the web address is thehookmpls.com. This program is made possible by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. Phil Nussbaum speaking.
Programming on Jazz 88 is supported by the American Swedish Institute, presenting Nature Story, a play-based interactive experience in the ASI Family Gallery inspired by the beauty and nature of Minnesota. On view now. Information online at asimn.org.
If you wanna play me walk out the door. You can skate around the issues if you like, but who's gonna get you high in the middle of the night? Like a bird flying over the hilltops. Love is like the sky, you know, it never stops. From the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Love is whatever, whatever you want it to be. I see you standing with your back on the wall. You better get your hands up and clap if that's all. And if you don't wanna get yours, then let me get mine. See, ain't gonna be no drama, cause we have a good time. What's the point in giving me ultimatums? Smiling at my friends when you really hate them. Trying to convince me that I should too. What's the point? Stop worrying about what people say. We ain't gon' stop them anyway. Love can do anything if you try. Come on, spread your wings and let's fly. Fly so high, flying over the hilltops. Love is like the sky, you know, it never stops. It gon' stop me. Abundance of the heart, the mouth speak to me. Love is whatever, whatever, whatever. Like a bird flying over the hilltops. Love is like the sky, you know, it never stops. Abundance of the heart, the mouth speak to me. Love is whatever, whatever you want it to be. 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 Alright, let's skate. Come on. I see you standing with your back on the wall. Better get your hands up and clap if that's all. If you don't wanna get yours, then let me get mine. See, ain't gon' be no drama, cause we have a good time. Bounce! Oh, shake that thing, come on. Bounce, baby. Oh, shake that thing, come on.
It's Jazz 88, the Jazz Impulse tonight. Man, what a fun show. This is a highlight for me. Doing the pledge drive here, jazz88.fm. You can get online, press the big blue Donate Now button, and support Jazz 88. And support local music, Minnesota music. We just had a nice full couple hours there. My special guest, Andrea Swenson, down here tonight. And just a wonderful person, great journalist, writer, DJ, mother, friend. Andrea does it all and brings so much knowledge about Minnesota music. It's really a big part of what we're all about here on Jazz 88 and focusing on local performers and artists through the years. Starting with Cornbread Harris, man, that old 45 she brought in, that was smoking. And you're going to want to look out for a lot of what Andrea Swenson has coming up, including a book about Prince and Cornbread Harris. So there you have it, man. Great to play all that local music here tonight, and we're going to kind of move around the globe, musically speaking, because that is what we do here. We go into outer space every Saturday, 7 to 10 here on the Jazz Impulse. I am your host, Danny Sigelman, and excited to kind of keep the show going here and keep the spring pledge drive rolling. Jazz88.fm. You can hit the big blue Donate Now button and support Jazz 88. I'm going to play some music coming up from a really great group I love called Oregon. It's right after this.
I'm having a really hard time lately, and I'm worried no one will understand what I'm going through.
I feel so alone. I wish there was somebody I could talk to.
If you're looking for support, Mental Health Minnesota is here for you, with connections to others who have also struggled with their mental health and can provide support and resources. Services are anonymous, confidential, free of charge, and open 7 days a week. Connect today at mentalhealthmn.org or call 855-HERE-FOR-MN today. Sponsored by Mental Health Minnesota, the Minnesota Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Can't let you get away, babe.
Show my neighbor now you see the meat. Funky daddy dig him on his feet. Upstairs turning on again, y'all. Mama hit the street, she's on the road. Modified ghetto still today. Who's gonna help us make a way? I know a place that I can go. Someone say the city's going broke. Opportunity cease to knock. Spank the booty, watch the clown. Talk City stacked up like a brick. Smoking joint here dancing, give the kick. People funky, humping up and down. Where the music does, they gather round. To be frank, I think I wanna stop. This song just goes back to the top. Oh. Smoking joint here dancing, give the kick. People funky, humping up and down. With the music, girls, they gather round. I'm south trying to find a job. Wasted like too scared to run. Anyway, hot junk just ain't to me. Got a mind for independency. Show my neighbor now you see the meat. My meat, sweet. Funky daddy digging on his feet. Digging daddy. Pops upstairs turning on again, y'all. Mom hit the street, she's on the road. Modified ghetto still today. Who's gonna help us make a way? I know a place that I can go. Drum say the city's going broke. Talk the city sacked up like a brick. Well. Smoke your joint here, dancing, give the kick. Getting me. People funky, humping up and down. Know what that means. With the music, girls, they turn around. To be frank, I think I wanna stop. This song just goes back to the top.
And you're listening to 88.5 KBEM FM, Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Jazz88.FM, a listener-supported service of Minneapolis Public Schools. And you can go to Jazz88.FM on your phone, on the internet, on your computer system, and hit the big blue Donate Now button. Jazz88, a big part of the music scene here in the Twin Cities. We've been playing a lot of local music here tonight on the Jazz Impulse. My name is Danny Sigelman. This is my first pledge drive, and I brought out the big guns. Andrea Swenson, my guest tonight. We had a great time talking Prince, talking the Minneapolis sound. the two of us could really do that all day, to be honest. And it was great to bring that to you. I've been excited to have some guests on the show, excited to get her in here, and it all worked out on her night off from the family. And big shout out to Andrea Swenson for helping us out here at Jazz 88. And you are helping us too by becoming a supporter for our spring pledge drives. Jazz88.fm online. Hit the big blue donate now button. And enjoy the great music we've been playing. We've been getting into the funky jams as we do every Saturday around this time. Mavis Staples did Chocolate City there. Heard some Marvin Gaye in there with I Want You, and started the set off, group out of New York, Oregon, and that's going a little ways back for them. Kind of a signature tune of theirs, Don't Stop, here on Jazz 88. And the jazz scene, the funk scene, R&B, disco, we got all the vibes here every Saturday. It is the Jazz Impulse, and we kind of follow whatever we're feeling, really, musically. And I kind of consider myself like the party DJ for the Twin Cities every Saturday. And it's an honor to do that. And we love and appreciate all the support we've seen so far here at Jazz 88 for our spring pledge drive. Jazz88.fm. And into some music now. We're going to go, when in doubt, go Latin. That's kind of my motto around here at the Jazz Impulse. And I did do some record shopping this week. Fania Records. We're going to Willie Colon and Hector Lavoe here on Jazz 88, the Jazz Impulse.
Ella va triste y vacía, llorando una traición con amargura por aquel que le decía que era su amor y su locura. Y a la vida le he enseñado demasiado. Cometer el mismo error no le interesa. Los amores que ha tenido le fallaron y dejaron en el aire las promesas. Y dejaron en el aire las promesas. Ella va triste y vacía, llorando una traición con amargura por aquel que le decía que era su amor y su locura. Va tratando de lograr lo que ha soñado. Aprovecha la experiencia de la vida. Va olvidando sufrimientos del pasado. La calumnia y la mentira la castigan. La calumnia y la mentira la castigan. Ella va triste y vacía, llorando una traición con amargura por aquel que le decía que era su amor y su locura. Pero en todo este pasaje de la vida ha sabido mantenerse con decencia. Aunque muchos habladores la confundan, aunque muchos traten de inventar con ella, aunque muchos traten de inventar con ella, ella va triste y vacía, llorando una traición con amargura por aquel que le decía que era su amor y su locura, que era su amor y su locura.
The Jazz Impulse takes you for a ride through your Saturday nights, live on Jazz88.
Jazz88, the Jazz Impulse, the soundtrack to your Saturday night. And that might just be the soundtrack to your Thursday. Mark Ribot y Los Cubanos, going back a ways for him, but he is always very active, always different projects, different sounds. He's quite a stellar talent. I'm a big fan, and he is coming to town this Thursday night, the 11th of April, playing at the Dakota in downtown Minneapolis. And, you know, that's a big part of the scene. The music scene here is all the clubs and supporters of the music, just like Jazz88. And we're just always proud to kind of highlight these incredible performers that are coming through town. I had the great fortune to see Herbie Hancock this past week. I saw John Schofield at the Dakota. I mean, the jazz scene is really alive, and Jazz88 is so proud to be a part of it and to bring it to you every day here and celebrate the music and the performances that we're all so privileged to be a part of and to see here. Jazz88.fm online. There's a big blue donate now button. Hit that. Choose the level you want to participate and contribute to the radio station, Jazz88, and tell them the Jazz Impulse sent you. My name is Danny Sigelman. We're up until 10 o'clock here tonight. We got the party vibes going. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I think there's going to be a little reggae set coming up. I think I got a new record on the turntable from the band Khruangbin coming up as well. And it's all about to happen right after this.
The Jazz88 Business Circle is a community of businesses and organizations who support our mission of jazz and education while expanding their reach with our devoted listeners. Members include the Capri Theater, RLC Jazz, Theater in the Round, the Women's Club of Minneapolis, and the Walker Art Center. Find more information about our Business Circle members and how to join at jazz88.fm.
If you find a stray animal on the roadside, there's important things to know about how to safely handle this situation. Never chase an animal. Keep your approach low and slow. If it appears aggressive, call animal control or the non-emergency police line with the exact location. If you do safely contain it, check for an ID tag and contact local shelters to report it found. When that's done, have it scanned for a microchip as soon as possible so it can be reunited with its family. For more information, visit AmericanHumane.org.
Celebrate our Minnesota jazz legends. This year, we honor Brian Grivna, Mikkel Romstead, Dr. Henry Blackburn, and the late Roberta Davis. The concert is supported by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund, April 14th at 2 at Minnesota History Center. Tickets at mnhs.org.
Lord, I feel like shouting now. I
It's Jazz 88, the Jazz Impulse, every Saturday, 7 to 10. Your host, Danny Sigelman. You could almost set your watch to when I bust out some King Tubby every week here. Big fan. The King Tubby dub, the originator of dub music. You heard Marcia Griffiths in there before that. She did Feel Like Jumping here on Jazz 88. It's Jazz Appreciation Month, and it is our spring member drive, spring pledge drive here on Jazz 88. Go to jazz88.fm and hit the big blue Donate Now button. Support Jazz 88 and tell them the Jazz Impulse sent you. This is my first drive, and it is amazing all the people that have been coming out to support the show and the radio station, everything we do around here at Jazz 88. It's a great crew of music lovers, enthusiasts, doers. We make it happen every day here on Jazz 88, and it's because of you, the listeners, that really propel the whole jazz machine that we have going here. Jazz88.fm. Hit that big blue Donate Now button. And I'm going to hit the button on the turntable over here because I'm way excited about the new record from KBEM. It came out this week. I got my copy in the mail. It's beautiful. It's pink with like baby blue vibes going on. Loving it. And we're going to dig into some more of the record. We've been playing some of the singles around here lately. And this is another great track from the record. KBEM here on Jazz 88.
Chamber Music Society of Minnesota, presenting jazz pianist Aaron Deal in a concert of duos for violin and piano, a set of jazz standards, and Gunter Schuller's third stream work, Conversations for String Quartet and Jazz Quartet, Sunday, April 7th from 4 to 6 p.m. at Sundin Music Hall on the Hamlin University campus. Information and tickets at chambermusicmn.org.
Hello, this is Ian Shaw. Do join me for the next Ronnie Scott's radio show because I'll be giving you the chance to become acquainted with Georgia Cecile backstage at the club.
I'm rubbish on my own, really. I just feel when there's like a couple of you, the ideas flow quicker.
So find out what happened when I met Georgia Cecile on the next Ronnie Scott's radio show. Tuesday night from 8 on Jazz 88.
Jazz 88, the Jazz Impulse, your Saturday night soundtrack. Jazz88.fm, where you can jump online and contribute to our spring pledge drive. Hit the big blue donate now button. Malo did Suavecito just there, 1972. Pro tip for real people, jazz or wedding DJs. Pro tip, Malo Suavecito. Just put it on, trust me. Before that, we heard the Modern Lovers, Egyptian Reggae, and started the set off, new music from Khruangbin. And we've been playing quite a bit of their Allah Salah record that was just released yesterday. I got my copy in the mail. It's incredible. Hold Me Up. Thank You. The name of the track we heard from that. I'm sure we'll work our way through that record. I think it's going to be the jam of the summer. You never know. This is the Jazz Impulse every Saturday, and we are part of Jazz88, and you can be too. Jazz88.fm, where you can jump online and support the station. And we're doing our spring pledge drive through next week. So, get it over with and just enjoy the ride. That's what we're here for. And we thank everybody that's been a part so far. Everybody, all the early adopters of the spring pledge drive have really shown up, and people continue to do so. And we're looking forward to that support through the week here on Jazz 88. And back into the music, I did a little bit of record shopping, and I was excited about having a copy of this record because I've never heard it, but it's truly one of a kind of the essential records of Sonny Rollins' catalog, and the Way Out West record, 1957 recording, and featuring a really kind of sparse group here. Ray Brown on bass, Shelly Manne on drums. It's Sonny Rollins here on the Jazz Impulse.
The Jazz Impulse fills your Saturday night up right.
It's a good, powerful sound. It's a pretty clean sound.
On Jazz88.
Africa Boogie. Say ma. When Africa Boogie coming up, everybody boogie down, oh. When Africa Boogie coming up, everybody boogie down, oh. Now when the magic of Africa Boogie gets you, you sure in Africa. Now when the magic of Africa Boogie gets you, you sure in Africa. Show. Afrobeat, give me Afrobeat. Mola Samba. Give me to Africa. Give me Afrobeat. Boogie me to Africa. Now when the magic of Africa Boogie gets you, you sure in Africa. Now when the magic of Africa Boogie gets you, you sure in Africa. Oh, Africa Boogie. It's all about my man.
Jazz 88 and the Jazz Impulse going into space. Luis Bacalov, Argentinian film composer. We heard a piece called Rebus, and that's, I believe, from a film called Rebus. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure. Mano Dibango in there did African Boogie and started the set off. Sonny Rollins really kind of going all over the map musically, and that's what we do here every Saturday, 7 to 10, the Jazz Impulse, bringing you the soundtrack to your Saturday night. And it's because of you and your support that we're able to do this every week. Jazz88.fm. You can go online right now, hit that big blue Donate Now button. Tell them Danny sent you. Tell them you love the Jazz Impulse and you love Jazz 88 and you're happy about life and loving the music. That's really what we're all about here. And so excited that we've had such a great turnout so far. It's the first weekend. We're going to be going through the whole week and all sorts of great guests. And I had a really fun time with Andrea Swenson on the show tonight. That was a blast. Looking forward to having her back someday. She's got a couple books coming out. I'm excited about that. You're going to want to check out that. And stay tuned to Jazz 88 all week. It's going to be a lot of fun for the spring drive. I might even show up again. So jazz88.fm on the internet. Hit that big blue Donate Now button and become a part of Jazz 88 here. And I think we should probably look at something. Oh, we got a traffic report coming up later, but I'm going to kind of sign off here and leave you with some music. I got David Axelrod right now. The track is called Mucho Chupar. On Jazz 88, the Jazz Impulse. Have a great Saturday night, a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
all because that woman of mine making love to someone else.
I'm turning gray from being blue without your face around. You found another to do your loving. Me you have put down, and I'm sitting here with a broken heart, wishing you come home. Sitting here with vacant house, I just can't go home.
Somebody can sing. I'll phone the plumber to rush that over and see if he can fix this leak.
He rushed right over and he took a look, and much to my surprise, he said, "My son, it's not your sink, it's teardrops from your eyes." Sitting here with a broken heart, wishing you come home. Sitting here with vacant house, I just can't go home. But you can't measure, that's what you try to make me see. Jody's around, I know for sure what's in store for me. Sitting here with a broken heart, wishing you come home. Sitting here with vacant house, I just can't go home.
I chew my nails off one by one, I only got one to go.
Unless I get what I've been missing, nails I have no more. My nerves are shot, I smoke a lot in my loneliness. And until I see your face once again, my lonely heart won't rest. And I'm sitting here with a broken heart, wishing you come home. Sitting here with vacant house, I just can't go home. Sitting here with a broken heart, wishing you come home. Sitting here with vacant house, I just can't go home. You can't miss what you can't measure, that's what try to make me see. But as long as Jody's around, I know it's in store for me. You can't miss what you can't measure, that's what try to make me see. Jody's around, I know for sure what's in store for me. You can't miss what you can't measure, that's what try to make me see.
Let's move safely together, Minnesota. If you're behind the wheel, slow down and watch for people walking, day or night, and stop for people crossing the road. When you're out walking, be alert and look for vehicles in all directions before crossing the road. If you can, cross in a well-lit area. When we work together, everyone gets home safely. This message brought to you by the Minnesota Department of Transportation, the Minnesota Broadcasters Association,